Gentlemen, let me start with something most men over 60 won't say out loud, but every one of you has felt. That quiet mint in the morning when you realize the strength that once greeted you without effort is gone. No warning, no goodbye, just silence. You start wondering if it's over, if that part of your manhood has simply retired for good. But here's the truth that will shock you. It hasn't. Your body still remembers how to perform. It's just waiting for you to send the right signal. And tonight, I'll show you how to do that in less than 60 seconds. I'm Dr. Mohit Kara, a urologist and men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience helping men rebuild strength, confidence, and vitality naturally. I've seen men in their 70s and even 80s regain the power they thought was lost forever without pills or devices, simply by understanding how their bodies really work. Here's the paradox that surprises nearly every patient I meet. Your best mornings aren't built in the moment. They're built while you sleep. And the secret to waking up strong again isn't a supplement or workout. It's something you can find right now in your kitchen. Something so simple, you'll wonder why no one told you sooner. Because if you stay with me, I'll show you exactly what to do 30 minutes before bed to restore your body's natural rhythm and wake up powerful again. Calmly, confidently, and without chemicals. In just a moment, I'll reveal what itis, why it works, and how thousands of men over 60 are using this nightly ritual to bring back the mornings they thought were gone forever. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss another science-based tip to help men over 60 regain their strength and confidence. And I'd love to hear from you. If this message speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If you're still unsure, type 0 and tell me what's holding you back so I can create videos that truly help you. Now that you're here and ready, let's dive into what really happens inside a man's body after 60. Why those effortless mornings begin to fade, and how one small nightly change can quietly restore the very foundation of strength, circulation, and masculine confidence you thought was gone. 1. Why mornings fade after 60. When I sit across from men in their 60s, I can see it in their eyes before they even say a word. That quiet frustration, that question they don't want to ask out loud. What happened to me? They remember the mornings when strength came naturally, when their body responded instantly, and when intimacy wasn't something they had to plan or worry about. But now they wake up and feel nothing. And they start to wonder if that part of them has vanished for good. The truth is, it hasn't disappeared. It's just been neglected. After 60, your body begins to change in small, silent ways that most men never notice until the results show up where it matters most. The arteries that once opened easily begin to stiffen. The inner lining, called the endothelium, stops releasing enough nitric oxide, the molecule that allows your blood vessels to relax and fill properly. Without it, the plumbing simply doesn't respond the way it used to. At the same time, your testosterone begins to flatten. You still produce it, but not with the same force or timing. Stress, poor sleep, and late-night habits steal the surge that used to happen during deep sleep. And when testosterone dips, the entire system, from your mood to your muscles to your performance, starts to dull. Add to fat years of sitting, long work days, medications, or even high blood sugar, and the nerve signals that once triggered an instant response now arrive slower, weaker, or sometimes not at all. I've had patients look at me and say, "Doc, I feel like my body's forgotten how to be a man." And I tell them, "Feasome thing, I'll tell you. It hasn't forgotten. It just needs to be reminded. Your body is built to repair itself every night. But after years of neglect, it's like a machine that hasn't been oiled in too long." The good news is it can be restarted. That's where the secret comes in. A natural 1-minute nightly ritual taps into your body's deepest repair cycle, rebuilding circulation and restoring the rhythm that drives testosterone. It doesn't take a prescription, a device, or a drastic change. Just one small action before bed that reawakens everything. Time has quietly slowed down. And in the next part, I'll show you exactly what that is and why it works so powerfully while you sleep. 2. The 60-second spice that reignites it. I'll never forget the first time I shared this secret with one of my patients. He was 68, a quiet man who had spent his life fixing engines. Doc, he told me, machines I can repair. But this, he looked down and shook his head. I don't even know where to start. I smiled and said, then let's start small. Smaller than you can imagine. You see, buried in almost every kitchen cabinet is one of nature's most overlooked gifts for male vitality. A single dried clove. It doesn't look like much. It's small, brown, hard, and ordinary. But inside that tiny bud lies an oil called eugenol. And it has power to do what many expensive treatments try and fail to achieve. Eugenol is a natural compound that relaxes the smooth muscle in your blood vessels, allowing them to open wider. It reduces the hidden inflammation that clogs your circulation, and it boosts nitric oxide, the messenger that tells your arteries to send blood exactly where it needs to go. When I explain this to men, they usually laugh. You mean something I can buy for $1 can help me more than all these pills? I nod because I've seen it work time and time again. The key isn't in swallowing it or brewing it in tea. It's in how you use it. Place one whole clove between your gum and your cheek for just 60 seconds before bed. Don't chew it yet. Just let it rest there and soften. Within moments, you'll feel a warm, spicy flavor spreading through your mouth. That's the eugenol oil releasing. It's absorbed directly through your mucous membranes, entering your bloodstream almost instantly. No digestion, no delay. As you lie down later that night, that same oil quietly begins its work, opening vessels, calming nerves, and preparing your body for the deep sleep where real repair happens. That's why I tell my patients, this ritual isn't about quick pleasure. It's about restoring the foundation so your body can do what it was always meant to do. It's gentle, private, and surprisingly powerful, and maybe what I love most about it is what it represents. It's proof that strength doesn't always come from forcier medicine. Sometimes it comes from patience, consistency, and trust in your own biology, because when you combine this 1-minute ritual with the right timing, when you align it with your body's natural nightly rhythm, the effects multiply in ways most men never expect. And that's exactly what I'll explain next. Why timing isn't just important, it's everything. Why timing matters, the night cycle. 3. Why timing matters, the night cycle. Over the years, I've learned that most men focus on what happens in the moment, not what happens in the hours before it. They come into my office saying, Doc, I've tried taking things in the morning, before intimacy, even before workouts. Nothing lasts. And every time I tell them the same thing. The secret doesn't lie in what you do when the sun is up. It lies in what your body does when it's dark and quiet. That's when your system is rebuilding the machinery of manhood. Your body runs on rhythm. Every cell, every hormone, every pulse of blood follows a schedule written into your biology. Around midnight, while you sleep, your brain releases luteinizing hormone, the signal that tells your body to make testosterone. It's also when your blood vessels repair, your nitric oxide levels reset, and your nervous system finally leaves the stress state it's been trapped in all day. This is why I always tell my patients, erections are not built during passion. They're built during peace. When you use the clove ritual 30 minutes before bed, you're not just giving your body a supplement, you're giving it a cue. As the eugenol enters your bloodstream, it relaxes your blood vessels and calms your nervous system. That combination tells your body it's safe to rest. It's time to rebuild. The deeper you sleep, the stronger your testosterone pulse becomes. The stronger that pulse, the more responsive your circulation will be in the morning. It's like charging your phone overnight. You don't wait until the battery is dead. You plug it in so it's ready when you wake. I remember one of my patients, Patrick, a 70-year-old truck driver who hadn't slept through the night in years. I asked him to use one clove before bed, take 10 minutes to breathe slowly in the dark. 2 weeks later, he came back, looked me in the eye and said, Doc, I lived 6 hours straight for the first time in a decade and I woke up feeling alive. That's not magic. That's his body finally getting the chance to repair itself. Timing is everything. The same habit done at the wrong hour can fall flat. But done before bed, it works in harmony with your body's natural rhythm, multiplying its power. And when that rhythm returns, the change doesn't stop at performance. You begin to feel it in every part of your life. In the next section, I'll show you how to perform this nightly ritual correctly, step by step, so you can unlock the full potential of what your body is still capable of. 4. The ritual. How to do the ritual. How to do it right. When I teach this method, I tell men to think of it as a small act of self-respect, not another task on a list. You don't need to carve out an hour or follow a complicated plan. All it takes is 1 quiet minute before bed, but done correctly, it can change everything. This is how you turn that simple clove into something that wakes.